Hello everyone, welcome to a Banking Finance Specialization talk. I am Dr. Shanika Sharan Wong, a lecturer in Banking and Finance Division at Nanyang Business School. Joining me here is Mahir. Mahir,
Yeah.
Mahir, can you introduce yourself a bit?
Yeah, sure. So, hi guys, nice to meet all of you. My name is Mahir. I'm currently a final year student in Nanyang Business School, and I'm specializing in banking and finance, which is why I'm here today.
Okay, so Mahir will share his thought and experience with us as a current banking finance student, right? While we are providing you some information about banking and finance specialization, we will also answering your question posted in the slido.com. Some of you may have a question in mind. What is the banking and finance? As you know that finance is the core of every business organization. Okay? Business needs money to run its day-to-day operation. Banking and finance explores the movement of money and how to manage money. Right? The specialization in banking and finance will help you understand the functioning and structure of the financial markets and how financial intermediaries and financial institutions operate, how companies or corporations choose different kinds of financial assets to issue, such as stocks or bonds, and you will learn how to price the financial assets, how to evaluate financial projects, and how to invest so that your money will grow. Okay, and when you at NBS, we also provide or offer banking and finance specialization. Okay, when you are considering what specialization you want to undertake or you want to take, generally you will look at what will you get from that specialization. You may wonder what you are going to do after graduation, or what kind of job you will take, and we will get a good pay for the job. What is the job outlook once you graduate, and will the job be stable, okay, etc. So many factors that you consider before you choose your specialization. Mahir, can you share with us what are the factors that you considered when you choose your specialization?
Yeah, so there's a multitude of factors that I considered. The first thing is that I always wanted a job that will be exciting, and I always wanted a job that will continuously keep me on my toes. So I did some research and I realized that the banking and financial industry is actually the backbone of the Singapore economy, which also means that it will continue growing for many years to come. And then it's not just one specific industry, it's an industry with many subcategories. So there's a lot of various divisions that are inside the banking and financial industry, and I knew that it would be interesting to go to such a diverse place, so I can always move around the departments and always upskill myself to keep myself on my toes.
Okay, so you are looking for an exciting job after graduation?
Yes, I hope so, yeah.
And that is why you choose banking finance specialization?
Yeah, so that's exactly why I chose banking and finance. Because to build a house, you need the proper tools, you need the proper knowledge and the know-how. And with a banking and finance specialization, you will be equipped with such knowledge, such tools, so that you're able to climb that ladder the moment you get into the industry very quickly.
Okay, so let's see why banking and finance. Okay, you can see that there are many reasons. Firstly, banking and finance provide good job opportunity. Okay. There is a webinar series called Growing Timber, jointly organized by MAS and IBF. Okay? This webinar series shares information on the jobs and skills for the financial service sector. And the aim is to strengthen the Singapore's profession in financial services sector. In their webinar, in November year 2020, last year, they shared some information about the job opportunity in the financial service sector. You can see that financial service sector employed more than 170,000 workers in year 2019. Okay, and it is the most productive workforce in our economy, accounting for about 4.5% of Singapore's total workforce. Okay, and it accounted for 13.3% of our GDP. You can see that during year 2015 to 2019, financial services sector created 22,000 net jobs, and about 70% of these jobs went to Singapore citizens. Okay, even during COVID-19 last year, financial sector also did a good job, right? You can see that in the first half of 2020, this sector managed to create 1,900 net jobs, and 100% of these jobs went to locals. Okay, so when we look at the media income, you will see that the local media income for financial sector is $7,600 compared to national median of $4,600 only. Okay, so you can see that BAF provides good job opportunities. And we know that financial sector, we know that Singapore is a financial hub in Asia. So the talent in finance is always needed. Secondly, I will talk about the job stability and career prospect. Okay, let's see whether we have any question come in. We have a few questions related to this topic. Okay, one question is, what are the possible career paths if I specialize in banking and finance? And the other questions about compensation, how will banking finance specialization pay? Okay, so Mahir, what do you want to do after your graduation, and how much salary you expect to earn?
Yeah, how much salary I expect to earn? Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm not really set on one particular industry as of now. Like I said, it's a very diverse place. There's a lot of things that I'm interested in. So maybe I can highlight the two industries that I'm most interested in. So the first one would obviously be markets, because I look left and I look right. All my friends have some money invested in the markets and they're trading stocks. So it just shows the kind of exciting industry it's going to be, especially in the future, with increasing purchasing power and things like that. And the other segment of the banking and financial industry that I'm very interested in is actually the VC PE industry, the venture capital and private equity industry, because I've always been interested in how companies grow from the seed all the way until they become the next big hit, and all the different processes that go within those stages of fundraising, meeting investors and things like that. And then moreover towards the PE industry, looking at companies, looking at mature companies and looking at how to reinvent them with infusion of cash and making sure that they have continued business success. Yeah.
How about the salary?
Oh, salary. Okay, I was hoping to avoid that question, but yeah, salary-wise, me specifically, I don't really bother about what I'm getting paid as long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I know it's a cliche, but it's true for me.
That is a good attitude.
It is a good attitude, yeah. But what I've heard from my seniors and industry professionals is that it's a very wide range. So if I have to put numbers to it, it would probably be about 3.5 as a starting pay, all the way up until maybe above 8,000 for sales and trading analysts and investment banking analysts. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing. You know that the financial sector accounts for more than 15 trillion US dollars, okay, of economic output worldwide, and it provides a lot of jobs to hundreds of millions of people around the world. If you are interested in banking and finance, it is highly likely that you will find more than one job, okay, that suit or match your personality, your interest, your passion, your skills and your goals, right? There are many jobs available locally and internationally. You can work in the banking finance sector. You can work in the central bank or regulatory agencies. And if you don't want to work in the banking and finance sector, you can work in other sectors as well, okay? Since I mentioned earlier that all businesses need to manage their finance, okay? So you can work in any companies of other sectors, all right? There will always have a finance job available for you. Let's see list of jobs for banking finance graduates, okay? There are many areas you can work in the commercial banking area, investment banking, wealth management, and there are other kinds of jobs as well. Trading area, portfolio asset management, corporate finance, non-banking area, financial consulting advisory, private equity, performance measurement, compliance, government and financial regulator. And if you like to do research, you can work in the research institutes. Last but not least, the growing industry, fintech and startups. So what is fintech, Amma, here?
Yeah, so as you all know what startups are, right? So they are the very early stage of companies. So early stage companies are known as startups. So Singapore, even as a very young nation, we've had quite a few notable startups that have reached the unicorn stage. For example, like Lazada or Garena or Razer, all of these companies, they started small, but they blew up into the very big companies and global companies. So fintech is actually a subcategory of startups, and fintech is actually one of those verticals, one of those industries within the startup phase that is actually growing at a very fast rate. And within fintech also there are certain subcategories. So what does fintech stand for, right? So financial technology, that's what it stands for. And there's a lot of different subcategories like buy now, pay later platforms, insurance technology, rental technology, all of these, even the iBanking apps that all of you use, all of us use, all came from fintech. Yeah.
Okay, so we are talking about integration of technology in the financial services.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly right. Yeah.
All right, so that is the job stability. You can see that there are many kind of jobs available for you, okay, after you graduate. Now, the third reason why BAF is compensation. When it comes to compensation, banking and finance has earned a reputation for paying better than most of other corporate jobs. Okay, so let's look at our example here. Based on the US news, okay, financial manager is ranked at the third best business jobs in year 2021. And according to the Ministry of Manpower, Singapore, fund manager, portfolio managers was ranked at the third of the highest paying job in Singapore in year 2018. And the recent survey from by Michael Page and International Employment Agency, in its Talent Trend 2021 report, it shows that banking director salary can be up to 373,000 Singapore dollars, okay, a year. And it is ranked as the third of highest paying job in Singapore. So when we look at the compensation for banking and finance actually looks good, right? And it's tempting.
Yeah, okay? Very tempting. Yeah.
The fourth reason is opportunity for training and development. Okay, so if you are BAF graduate and you have opportunity to work in a well-known or well-established organizations such as Credit Suisse, Citibank, or JP Morgan, you have an opportunity to get the benefit from structured training and development. Okay, they will provide you with some training such as leadership training or management training, mentorship program that you can get some advice from your mentor at your workplace related to the working issues, or you can get some advice from them to develop your leadership skills. Okay? And another example is the job rotation. These companies normally rotate the jobs for you, okay, to increase the employees' satisfaction. Right? When you will work in different kind of jobs in different departments or different division in the company, and you will learn more skills from those jobs. It is better than you sit and doing the same job for the long period of time. Okay, job rotation gives you benefit. You will be more rounded, right? We have talked about the compensation for experienced financial professionals. Yeah. How about the BAF fresh graduates salary. Okay. We get statistics, okay, record from our career services office about the employment rate and salary of banking and finance graduates at NBS. This is the most recent cohort, okay, the class of 2020 graduated last year. You can see that the employment rate is about 96%, right? And median salary is 3,800. It's higher than what you expect to earn, 3,500, right?
Yeah.
When we talk about median salary, actually, due to the COVID-19 situation last year, the median salary for all kinds of jobs declined, okay? But you can see that even though our median salary declined a little bit as well, but still higher than many kinds of jobs, okay? And you can see that for this cohort, the salary ranges from $2,200 to $17,500 plus. $2,200, the position is the financial trainee at Singtel, okay? I searched in the internet and found that the average salaries for financial trainee at Singtel is in between $1,380 to $2,500. So we can consider that $2,200 is quite good, right? When you work over there, okay? For the highest salary, 17,000 plus. Wow, looks so good, okay? The position is, can you guess?
Probably an investment banking analyst.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. I knew it.
Yes, investment banking analyst, okay, at Citibank, right?
Yeah.
So you have good compensation here for the fresh graduates. Okay, let's see our students' job, right? So you can see that they were placed in major banks, okay, both foreign banks and local banks. DBS, UOB, Citibank, OCBC. UBS is the Union Banks of Switzerland. Credit Suisse, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and HSBC, all well-known and well-established multinational organizations.
Yep.
Okay, I have a few questions related to the jobs. Okay, how do I know whether I am suitable to take up the banking finance specialization? Well, my answer is it depends on your interest. Okay, your interest is number one. Okay, if you are interested in the job that I mentioned earlier, so you may want to specialize in banking and finance. And another thing is, if you have a good foundation or basic quantitative analysis, okay, banking and finance may be suitable for you as well, right? So, but the main thing is your interest, your passion, what you want to do. Another question is, what kind of skills do you need for banking and finance job? Okay, you need both hard skill and soft skills. Hard skill, we are talking about the finance concept that you will learn from the courses that you take in the classroom, okay? And some concept you may get from outside of the classroom too. And hard skills also include the technical skills, such as the software proficiency. You should know how to use Excel spreadsheet, okay? Because you can use it to analyze the data for the good financial decision making, right? And you should have analytical skill, okay? You should know how to analyze the data. Hard skill is not enough. You also need the soft skills. Soft skill includes all the communication skill, leadership skills, group work, teamwork skills, and self-motivated, etc. You can develop all these soft skills through the presentation assignments or the group work assignments. How about our modules at NBS? Okay, banking and finance. Do we have any presentation assignments and group work assignments?
Yeah, so it's crazy because every single module there's always a group presentation and there's always a case presentation, and you're always being graded on your class participation. So it's a good thing actually, because you're being forced to pay attention in class and participate and ask good questions. And I think that's a good way of learning as well, by asking the professor questions and getting feedback on the spot.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. One more question here. Many universities offer banking and finance specialization. How is banking and finance here better than other universities? Okay, Mahia, can you give me some thought about good things at banking finance here?
Yeah, so obviously this is like the monumental question, right? So I obviously had this question as well, and it's good that you guys are asking. Before coming to NTU and specializing in banking and finance, obviously I spoke to a lot of people. I consulted my peers from different universities. And one thing I realized about NTU, and I'm experiencing it now as well, is that NTU actually hires a lot of industry professionals. So our professors have actually worked in the industry for about 20 to even 30 years. And the curriculum inside NTU is actually structured to what they feel would have been necessary when they started out, or what would be necessary for fresh graduates to really climb that ladder quickly. And of course, another thing is that I've been thrown into the deep end of the pool by the professors a lot of times, but it's never without a life support or a lifeline. So I've always had a little buoy to float and come ashore. And it comes from the professors and your seniors' guidance as well. I remember in year one, I was completely lost about what to do in school, how to study, especially after NS, and just how to approach student life. And the seniors were really there, and we have a good culture here in NTU where the seniors really help you out and give you good advice, and are always there to guide you along with the professors on how to study and how to approach student life.
Yeah. It's good to hear that you get help from your senior and professor. Okay,
Yeah.
so any time that you have any issues or problem, you can approach your senior or our instructors or professors here. Okay. There is one question, very good. Is working in financial sector stressful? Well, what should I answer? Actually, I can say that most professionals' jobs are stressful. Okay? So if you want to climb up the ladder to be professionals, definitely you have to trade off, right? Your free time for the more work done, correct? And in economic, we have a phase. There is no such of a free lunch. What does it mean? That means it is impossible to get something for nothing, right?
Yeah.
That means you have to pay for it. You have to earn, right? You have to work hard to earn it. To climb up to be a professional in finance field is similar to your university life, okay? In university, if you want to get an A grade or A plus grade, you have to work hard, right?
Yes, yes.
A does not come to you easily, okay? So similar to working in the real world. If you want to be a professional at a fast pace, you have to trade off your free time, okay? That means you have to work harder than others. Okay, so for this question, my answer is it depends on the job role that you want to take, right? If you have you can choose the job that suits your personality and your work-life balance, okay? And since you can see that our program offers 3 years program, you have 1 year earlier than other university to explore what you want to do, right? After you graduate, you still have time to explore the jobs that you want to do, okay? So to be sustainable, you should do the job that you should love what you do. You should love what you do, okay? So my answer is it depends on your work balance goal, okay? All right, let's see why banking finance at NBS. There are many reasons, okay? The first reason is, as I mentioned earlier, we have 3-year program, and you can get the direct honor within this 3-year program, right? While other university offer 4-year program. 3-year program, you have 1 year earlier, right? You graduate 1 year earlier, so you can explore the job market during that period, okay? Secondly, we provide up-to-date program. So we revise our curriculum regularly to catch up with to keep up with the industry demand. For example, we offer Excel course, okay, to develop the student skill in this area. And we also offer financial modeling course, which is in demand from the industries. And right now, you know that for the financial modeling course, you will use Excel, okay? You will practice using Excel for data analysis. Finance involved with quantitative analysis, okay? And right now, we also offer FinTech in investment course. We will talk more about the courses in banking and finance when we go to the banking and finance curriculum. The third reason why BF at NBS, we provide we expose our students to industry, okay? We have a work-study program. At the end of year 1, you will do professional attachment. You will work in the company to earn a working experience, and duration is between 5 to 10 weeks, okay? At the end of year 1, you will have the first internship. The duration is up to 10 weeks. And if you like to, you may take leave, okay? At the beginning of year 3, okay, to continue your second internship. And the duration for this internship is up to 25 weeks. So you can see that you have many opportunities to gain working experience before you graduate. The other program is SG United Traineeship. We collaborate with the Singapore government. The aim is to help our fresh graduates develop their skill professionally. The fourth reason, we provide holistic personal development and campus experience to our students. Not only studying and learning in the classroom, university life is meant to be fun, right? You have fun in university life?
Yes, a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
Yeah. I always tell my students that not only study hard, that is the must, right? You have to study hard during your undergraduate life, but you also should enjoy your life in the university, okay? And we have a beautiful campus, right? You have seen the photo of Dim Sum building in our first slide. We have more than that. I will show you how beautiful our campus is. Wow, how beautiful it is. We have Nanyang Garden and Nanyang Lake. These two places are located near NBS building, right, near us. So you can see that after studying so hard, you may get stressed from your studying. You can stroll along in this Nanyang Garden, okay? And you can stroll along beside the lake here. We have a long lake, right? And there are some flowers for you to admire also, and waterfall. You see that? And have you been in this garden on the lake?
Yeah, I think almost every student in NTU has, but I think just to add on, the good point about NBS is that we're right opposite this place. So sometimes when I'm studying with my friends, stressed in the evenings especially, just go down, walk down, take a walk through this place, just chill out, and then of course go back to study straight away after that.
Yeah, I also stroll along this many times already. This photo is from my camera. All right. Now, we also have a group of international faculties. Okay, they have a lot of teaching experience, and they are approachable if you need help. Okay, and many of our faculties have strong research and industry experience.
Yeah.
All right. To have a good campus experience, you may want to join student-based activity. We have Banking Finance Club. I get some information about the activities of the Banking Finance Club, okay, from current president of the club. In the past, they have done some activities. For example, banking and finance internship sharing, banking finance alumni sharing, corporate visit, sales and trading, and asset management workshop, okay, Python workshop, all right? NBS, all NBS students, regardless of specialization, can apply to join the club, okay? And through the activities of the club, you will have networking with the current NBS students. The fifth reason why BF at NBS is we provide networking with our alumni, right? Our career services office regularly conducts networking event, okay? Networking with alumni event. We have a contact, or you can talk to our BAF alumni in that event. And also Banking and Finance Club also provide this opportunity as well. So you can talk about job issues, right? Or what kind of jobs that, is growing in the industry, for example, okay? And some of our Banking and Finance alumni hold leadership position in their companies. So let's see examples of our alumni employers. Okay, you can see that they work in local companies and also multinational companies. Okay, DBS, Great Eastern Life, and Ninja Van. What is Ninja Van? It is a leading courier company in Singapore, and they work in a Citibank, Unilever, Bloomberg, Deutsche Bank, Prudential, Goldman Sachs. Okay, so you can see that you will have the connection with alumni. Okay. Now, last but not least, we provide interdisciplinary and cooperative curriculum to our students. Not only you do a bachelor in business, right? But you also have the option to choose the second major in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship major is offered by Nanyang Technopreneurship Center with collaboration with NBS. Okay, we will talk more about this when we go to the last slide. Yeah. And you have options to choose your minor as well. Okay, you may want to choose minor in strategic communication or international trading. I have heard that you have a few internships, right? And one internship was in the United States.
Yeah.
Can I hear your experience about your internship and what did you get from your internships?
Yeah, so I've actually done a couple of internships so far. The first one, right after year one, I did it in an investment bank. And then I actually was fortunate enough to be selected by the Overseas Entrepreneurship Program in NTU. So what they do is they have industry partners all over the world in countries, namely China, US, UK. So they sent my resume over to the US industry partner, and we did a couple of rounds of interviews, and they liked me, and then they brought me over to Silicon Valley in the United States to do a 6 months internship. So over there, it was just an amazing experience because I was in a foreign country, I was learning the culture, and I was working at the same time, so I was earning some of that money to spend and travel around the US as well during the holidays. So that was really fun. And the most recent one I did was actually with EY in Singapore. I did a winter internship with them for about 2 months. So I mean, the whole purpose of internships is really just to give you the opportunity to apply whatever you have learned in school into the real world, and then apply whatever you have learned in the real world back into school when you come back, so that you can really just accelerate that learning process in school.
Yeah, that's a good point, yes. Yeah. And did you take leave for your internship? Yeah,
I actually took a leave of absence from school, so I pushed back my graduation by 6 months. But honestly, it doesn't matter to me that much because I've had friends that are doing the same thing as me, or I have friends that have taken a 1-year internship and have pushed back their graduation by a full year. But that doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, you'll still be graduating by 4 years or even earlier than 4 years. and you'll be on par with all of your other peers, people of the same age group graduating at the same time. But the thing is, I believe and I hope that NTU students actually have an edge because we have that extra practical experience that we're able to apply when we get into the job in the first place.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Wow, we have one question here. Since we mentioned earlier about the finance involved with quantitative analysis, right?
Yeah.
Now there is a question. Do I need to be good in statistics and math to specialize in banking and finance? Mahia,
Yeah.
are you good in statistics or math? And what do you think whether it is necessary to be good in math to specialize in banking and finance?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an absolute genius, I'm on Albert Einstein's level. No, I'm just kidding, of course not. But I mean, I get by with statistics and math. I think you don't really need to be good in statistics or math, but you really need to be able to recognize patterns, and you need to be able to analyze information and see how the numbers affect each other and how the numbers move. So you need to be comfortable with numbers and looking at numbers, but you don't really have to be good in statistics or math. Yeah. I think this question, if I may add on, it actually comes from a larger question of, do I need to be very academically inclined to get a position in NBS? And to be honest, NBS really values different traits. So I have a lot of friends like me that came in through other talents like leadership, athletic abilities, or social service, things like that. So all of these are traits that NBS equally values together with academics. And of course, I have friends that are the 90 rank pointers. So it's a very diverse student population in terms of academic abilities and talents.
Okay, thank you. As Mahir shared his thought, okay, to specialize in banking and finance, you don't need to be outstanding in math, right? Yeah. However, you should be comfortable with dealing with numbers because, as I mentioned earlier, finance involves quantitative analysis, okay? For example, analyzing or accessing investment portfolio or planning for financial goals, saving goals, or retirement, okay? So you should acquire a solid foundation, in mathematics, right? For the statistics, you don't need to be very good in statistics, okay? And however, if you are familiar with statistics or calculus, it will be your advantage when you take more advanced finance courses.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. Let's see BAF curriculum. If you specialize in banking and finance, what are the requirements at NBS? Okay? You have to take 2 core courses. One is the ethics in the investment profession, and the other one is investment course, right? And you have to take prescribed elective courses that we call PEs, okay? You can choose 6 courses from any course of 4 clusters. What are the 4 clusters? We have wealth management, we have asset management, we have investment banking, and we have fintech clusters, okay? If you know exactly what you want to work as after you graduate, okay, in what area, you can choose more courses under that cluster, right? For example, if you want to work in the investment banking area after you graduate, you should take more courses under investment banking cluster. Or you want to work in wealth management area, you will take more courses under that cluster as well, okay? But if you don't know exactly what area you are going to work after you graduate, you can choose any course, okay? 6 courses from these 4 clusters, okay? For example, you can choose wealth management under wealth management cluster. You can choose fixed income security under asset management cluster. You can choose equity evaluation under investment cluster. And financial tech investment sound good because right now it is a growing industry, right?
Yeah.
So you may choose this course too, okay? So you can choose many courses from these 4 clusters. The course the courses above the dot line are more important than the courses below the dot line in that particular cluster. Okay? Work study program. I mentioned earlier about this program. It's about your internship, right? So at the end of year 1, you will do a professional attachment up to 10 weeks. And the end of year 2, you will have your first internship, and the duration is 10 weeks too. And if you like, you can take one long semester break, right? Like Mahir here, and do the second internship, okay? And the duration for the second internship is up to 25 weeks, okay? So you will work with a private banking investment group. BAF here, also we are the partner of a CFA program. So a lot of courses in our program are designed to help students, to help you to prepare for CFA, okay? Take note that the courses on the screen are subject to change because we are still revising to catch up, revising our curriculum to catch up or keep up with the industry demands. Okay? Yeah. Mahir?
Yes.
What course of all the finance courses that you like?
Yeah, so actually the ones that you highlighted I've actually taken. So right now I'm taking wealth management, I'm taking fixed income securities, I've taken equity valuations, I've taken global financial markets. And the reason why I'm kind of diversifying my academic modules is because I haven't really focused on what I want to do. I have an interest, so I'm taking those modules that actually fit my interests. So for example, for wealth management, now we're looking at how to set investment goals for our clients and how to match our investment portfolios to the clients, things like that. And then for fixed income, of course, we're talking about bonds and other derivative securities. And equity valuations, I'm pretty sure, most of you know what equities are. So how to actually value that security instead of just moving on the hype and buying GameStop, for example. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
Sure.
Now comes to our last slide. As I mentioned earlier, okay, you can do Bachelor of Business, all right? And suppose you specialize in banking and finance, you also can choose the second option to major in entrepreneurship, okay? And I get some information about entrepreneurship major from the website below, okay? You have to take 4 core courses, and you have to take at least 13 AU of elective courses, and also you will have 20-week internship, right? Come to the question, how does the entrepreneurship major complement banking finance specialization? Okay? When you are considering to take the entrepreneurship major, that means you are considering setting up your own company, right? You want to be your own boss. So when you have your own company, with banking finance specialization, you will know how to manage your company's money, okay? How to get financing and how to make decisions when you want to acquire any assets, whether you want to lease the asset or you want to borrow money and buy the asset, okay? You will know how to evaluate the financial projects and how to invest so that your money will grow, all right? Moreover, okay, when you have your own company, you may want to set up your company in the financial services sector, such as the fintech, right? Because we know that right now fintech industry is growing, okay? So you can see that these two specialization and second major can complement each other. I think the time is up now, right?
Okay.
What do you think before we end?
Yeah.
Okay? What do you think about the second major here?
Yeah, so the second major in entrepreneurship, I feel it's actually a very good complement to the banking and finance specialization that we take. I unfortunately didn't have the opportunity to take this, but if I did have the opportunity, I would have definitely gone for it. Like I said, I did an internship in Silicon Valley in the United States, and that's really the heart of the startup culture across the whole world. And I'm pretty sure that if I took this major in entrepreneurship, my work there would have been much easier because I would be going in with some knowledge and some tools in my bag as compared to going there and learning from scratch. And it's not just maybe of you setting up a business, but also if you're working in an investment side of things, you know, it's good to take this because they really teach you about the fundamental things that are important, like business valuations for startups and risk management for startups, how to fundraise for startups, and really instills that entrepreneurial mindset and spirit within you. So I think, I would have definitely gone for this if I had the opportunity.
Okay, thank you, Bahia.
Yeah.
I think the time is up now, and if you have more questions, please post your question on the slido.com.
Yeah.
We will answer them through our social media. And thank you very much for joining us on this talk.